Hi guys, welcome back on Cloud Saviors. So here in this video, we are going to discuss about Azure platform. So I hope you can see my screen. So in this video, we are going to discuss Azure Portal and how it works. So basically, if you are a new or if you are a beginner in Azure platform, or maybe you are trying to get through SZ 900 examination, so you should know like at least how Azure portal is working, and if you need to create any resources, so where you have to go, right? So that's going to be a very basics of MS Azure. Do not expect a very high level technical or even for a middle level technical skills. It is just starting of our Azure career. If you are a new and you should like you have to know like how Azure is working. So this video is for you. So I'm just starting with the very basics of MS Azure. So let's say you need to log in on your Azure portal. So I am expecting you are having your ID and your password with you. I mean, the account is already created. If you have the account, so like how you gonna log in onto your Azure portal? Okay, just go to portal.azure.com. That's the URL that you have to follow. Okay, once you click here, then now your portal will be open. So let's wait. Okay, so like one thing, if you have your user ID and you have already logged in, so like you will be logged in automatically. If you are a new user and you are using a new system or a new laptop, then definitely you have to put your credential like whenever it is prompted. Okay, so that is our Azure portal, as you can see. So that kind of I mean screen you're gonna see when you log in onto Azure portal, right? So, like I'll cover everything in the left side, whatever options we have, as you can see on my cursor, what are the services, and in the right side, like up the what you can do with these options. Okay, so let's start with the very basics one. If you click on the left top corner, you can see the product of Microsoft, as you can see. AI Foundry, Azure, Copilot, Data Explorer, Defender, DevOps, Entra ID. I mean, everything. Okay, so if you want to switch it exact like your Gmail account, like when you go to your Gmail, you can see your photos, your Google Drive, everything in just one place. The same way we have on Azure portal as well. Okay. If you want to go to Power Automate, if you want to go to VS Code, you can just easily switch from Azure portal. Okay. So now let's again get back to our topic. If you click here in just three parallel line, you will see a lot of options in your left side, as you can see. Okay, so like let's go with the first one, create a resource. So as the name suggests, like if you want to create any kind of resources, you have to click on this particular option, right? Like once you click it, then you will see a lot of options, like a different bucket. As you can see in your left corner, we have machine learning, we have AI application, we have blockchain, we have DBs, we have DevOps. So I mean that's a kind of a big bucket or branch, I would say. In every branch you will see plenty of services. Okay, so let's say DevOps domain. So in DevOps domain you will see different services that you can go and you can create on your Azure portal. Same go with your compute or networking, Azure security, DevOps, I mean anything. So in DevOps right now we are inside DevOps domain. As you can see, Dev Test Labs, any kind of I would say instance, and Datadog. I mean, whatever services we are having under DevOps domain, you can see each and everything here. Let's go to databases. Okay, so in databases, whatever databases, irrespective of their type, like SQL or no SQL, everything you will see under database domain. As you can see, Azure Cosmos DB, SQL DB, Azure SQL. Okay, so like whatever you want to create, you can just go ahead and create from this particular portal, right? Each and every DB you can see here. Okay, so it's a kind of a collective services which Azure is offering. Okay, so let's go back and go to the home one. So home screen would be very simple. As you can see the services, I mean the basic services as you're providing, you can directly go and create, and the resources that you have used recently, it will be showed up here. If you want to go for a favorite one, you can always just mark as a favorite. So those resources you can see here. Okay, again, if you just go below it, like the more tools and more useful links and everything you will see here. You want to go for application, you can just go download from here as well. Okay. Okay, so let's just go back and go to dashboard. That is a very important one. So dashboard, see, right now it is unconfigured. Like, we have unconfigured since this account is new for me. So dashboard we use, let's say, for example, we have virtual machine and you want to monitor it as a, like a 24 into 7. So you can just create a chart like a CPU percentage and RAM percentage and network in, network out, something like that. Same goes for the API request, like anything that can be shown up in a chart, you can create a dashboard here. Okay. So like this has to be create and this has to be, managed by yourself as well. So create, upload, refresh, edit, share, export, clone, everything you will see here. So this has to be created. I'll cover like a separate video in terms of dashboard, maybe like going forward. Okay, so that's all about dashboard one. Let's just go for all services. Again, the same thing which we just saw while creating a services. I mean, whatever services Azure providing, you will see here like storage account, compute, networking, AI, ML. I mean, everything. Okay, so like all of the offerings, if I say will be fallen under one single domain, that is a kind of all services which you can see. Okay, let's go to next option. As you can see, okay, so now we have all resources. So as the name suggests, whatever resources you have created previously, you can see here. So like whenever you create any kind of subscription, one network voucher resource group would be created by default. Okay, so since it's a new account, we have network voucher East US. Okay, and the resource group is network voucher RG, as you can see. Okay, so you will see your all resources here. Okay, so now next option we have resource group. Okay, so I mean every resource must be a part of at least one single, I mean just one single resource group, not at least. So resource group you have to create in Azure if you are creating any kind of a virtual machine. I mean any kind of infra that has to be a part of a resource group. Okay, so you can see your resource group here. Right now we have only one. That's why we are just watching one only. Second, same goes with the app services that, if you want to know about app services, you can like simply just hover onto it, app services, and it will just show you what is the meaning of this service and like in which domain you can use it, something like that. Okay, you can just see the links and trainings and I mean everything in this particular services. Same goes with Azure SQL DB. If you want to know it, if you want to create it, you can do everything. Same goes with Azure Cosmos DB, virtual machines, load balancer, storage account, virtual networks, Microsoft Entra ID, Azure Monitor, Advisor. Okay, advisor is something different. It's not exactly a service that you can create or you can manage. It's a kind of a service that will provide by by the Microsoft. So it will just keeps on advising, like what you can do with your infra, what you have to add, and what you can remove. It will not do anything by themselves. Like it will just only advise you, and the action you have to take by yourself. Microsoft Defender for cloud help and support. Again, help and support. You can always create a technical support request to Microsoft, and you can always raise a request and take help from Microsoft in like technical billing or anything. Okay. I'll create like a separate videos on these resources or these platforms. Okay. But in this video, we are just covering basics of MS Azure Portal. That's why I'm just covering on a very high level. Now we have cost management and billing. I mean, whatever resource you are using, the billing and everything you can see here in this particular option, right? So that's all about in the left section. And if you go in the middle, you can see the search bar. You can like search a services that is already created. Second, or if you want to create something, you can always search here. Okay, let's start from the right side. In here, you can see your profile. It is your profile. You can switch the directories or subscriptions, and the tenant as well. So, some people maybe are working in a multiple domain, so not domain, multiple subscriptions or multiple tenant. So that switching thing you can do by using this particular profile area. Okay. Now we have this must be a help and support that you can take from Microsoft. Okay, so that's a kind of a feedback that you want to give to Microsoft. And second, again, support and troubleshooting. Setting is something that you can configure how you want to see your Azure portal. Like as you can see, my screen is black, so you can change it into just go to the setting and change it. You'll see my default directory, my subscription, my language and regions. So like as you can see, language and region format, my information, notification, signing out. Like how you want to manage your notification, you can just go there and change your notification appearance. That's my notification bar where I can see like what I'm doing with my infrastructure. Any kind of creation, deletion, or updation will be notified here. Last one, we have Cloud Shell. That is something that if you want to interact your Azure portal by using CLI or PowerShell, you can go with the Cloud Shell. So in the Cloud Shell, like we have two mode. One is PowerShell, second is Bash. Linux users can go for the Bash, and Windows user can go for the PowerShell. So it's a kind of a new way to interact with the Azure instead of GUI. Right now, we are interacting as a GUI user. If you want to go for PowerShell and Bash, you can also do that. Okay. Copilot, it's a kind of integration between Copilot and Azure platform. So if you want any kind of suggestion or any kind of help, you can directly click here. So one box will be opened on your right side, and you can just start using Copilot while using Azure portal. Okay, so that's all about Azure Portal. It's a pretty simple, and for the dedicated video, we are working on it. We will share it one by one. If you have any questions, any suggestions, feel free to put in the comment section. So, yeah, that's all from my end. See you in the next video.